Hey everyone, thanks for checking into another Football Friday from BC4 Performance. I'm Coach Bobby Cole, and this week we're going to be talking about how quarterbacks can use their lower half to generate a max amount of power to be able to make every throw across the field with ease. We're going to show this by looking at Aaron Rodgers from the Jets and then Mookie Betts from the Dodgers and see how the hip rotation is the most important thing to generate this power. So Aaron Rodgers obviously throwing a football, Mookie Betts trying to hit a baseball, but irregardless, what they're trying to do is they're trying to do something with the max amount of effort possible. Aaron Rodgers wants to be able to throw the ball extremely fast or extremely far down the field. Mookie Betts is trying to hit a baseball 300 plus feet for a home run. So what we're going to look at is how in their lower half we can see them generating this power, and it allows them to make things easier for themselves. So for Aaron Rodgers right now, I have both of these players geared up in their load position. So in this load position for Aaron Rodgers, his back knee is bent. It has 100% of the weight right now in his shift because his front foot is off the ground. Same for Mookie Betts. Okay, so both of these guys have leaned into the back. They have a good knee bend in the back, and that's going to allow them to push their weight forward. With their weight moving forward, they have their front knee into a bend because you want to make sure that that front knee is going to land with a knee bend so you can rotate over it. If you land with that leg straight, you're not going to be able to rotate over it. Otherwise, you're going to hurt your knee or really hurt your ankle because you're not going to be able to twist. So as both of these guys go to step through, when they land with that front leg bent, okay? As that front leg lands bent, now they're able to push from that back leg and really rotate through their core to generate that power right through their hips. Okay, so now as they do this, for both of them, we see a whip action where that back hip pops forward. Okay, so for Aaron Rodgers, we see that back hip pop forward. And for Mookie Betts, right as he's about to make contact, that back hip, that right hip is rotated fully through. That's what's generating all the power. Now, the difference between these two, for Aaron Rodgers, his arm is the end of that lever. So the end of that torque, so if you had a screw or a bolt and you were leaned on the very far end and you were pushing it or pulling it, that's where the end of that, all of that power is. That's what it is for Aaron Rodgers with his hand. Okay, so as he's holding that ball, that's the end of it. And for Mookie Betts, it's his wrist and holding that bat. That's the end of where all that power is going to come through. So as they rotate through with their hips, now you have the max amount of power in that throw once you pop that hip through. Same for a hitter. So we see across two different sports that we can generate a massive amount of power really through the hips, all right? And they look the exact same. So for both of these guys, as Mookie Betts is making contact and Aaron Rodgers is releasing this football, their back legs have pretty much turned where Aaron Rodgers, this toe is up and it's in an L shape. We can't see it from the side, but this is exactly what it looks like because they've pushed all that energy forward. And now with them bending their knee and kind of lifting up on that toe, that's where they've pushed all that energy forward and sent it across. So if you're a quarterback, record yourself and see, am I landing with my front leg in a bent position, and then am I able to rotate my hips through? If I watch my hips, is my back hip fully turning to where I need to throw, or is it lagging behind? Is my shoulder lagging behind my throw? Okay? So look at yourself for a couple of those things and then try to go back to each of these. If you're someone who's played baseball, you can relate it back to your swing. If you're someone who plays lacrosse, same idea. If we took a lacrosse player and we slowed the video down to where he was releasing and throwing the ball with the stick, you would see his lower half is where that energy is generated. So to avoid shoulder pain and injury, and to be able to maximize how far and how fast you can throw, you need to be able to rotate through the hips. Okay, so this is a great example of what it looks like. So I'll play it again for both of these guys. We'll look at Mookie Betts of just that hip rotation coming through and how it looks the exact same as Aaron Rodgers, rotating through, stepping through, and now we're generating max amount of power and energy. All right, guys, so thanks for checking in. Click the subscribe button, new video every single week. Always looking at different positions, different fundamentals, and how we can grow as players and just get better on the field, but also be able to stay on the field. So appreciate it, guys. Like it if you felt like you learned something from this. Comment if there's something else you want to see. All right, look forward to seeing you guys next week.